Last time, Mike began looking at some biblical purposes for which God employs the prophetic in people's lives. We looked at the purpose, which is to encourage, comfort, and strengthen. Let's look at a second purpose, and that is God demonstrates His all-knowing personal concern for each of us. In fact, few things attest or arrest our attention like being addressed on issues that besides us, no one but God knows. 1 Corinthians 14:24-25 says, "But if all prophesy and an unbeliever or an ungifted man enters, the secrets of his heart are disclosed, declaring that God is certainly among you." Recently, I was teaching at a seminar on how the Lord can still speak. The people present were, for the most part, new to the idea that God could speak today. In order to clarify a point, I told a story from our experience of praying for a person and how God revealed the key issue that had caused this person many years of emotional turmoil. I explained the steps that set him free. I had a clear sense that someone in the audience had experienced something similar, which is why I told the story. In order to make the point clear and yet keep the story confidential, I randomly chose a different name, time, place, and changed the gender of the person as I spoke. When the session ended, a young woman came up to me and said, "The story you told, it's me. And you even used the exact name of the person who mistreated me." It wasn't random. The Lord had spoken. In a few words, I told her I was not surprised that the Lord had provided a substitute name that was real, and the exact person who had actually wounded her. In that brief conversation that followed, I told her how the Lord could set her free as well. When I saw her a week later at another meeting, she looked like a different person. Her countenance was bright, her eyes danced with joy. She was set free by the specific detail the Lord had deposited in my heart as I'd been teaching the previous week. It proved God knew her personally. In the Old Testament, a young man named Saul would soon be identified as Israel's first king. This was disclosed to the prophet Samuel. Saul had been on an assignment from his father, looking for some of his father's lost herd, and he had not had good fortune in that assignment. So somebody recommended he seek out the services of a prophet to help him. As we see in 1 Samuel chapter 9, Saul approached the prophet Samuel and doesn't even get to ask his question before Samuel tells him where his father's donkeys are safely located. And Saul gets more than he asked for when Samuel tells him that he would actually become Israel's first king. Samuel's prophetic words quickly became fulfilled. Saul must have been awed and assured by the specific accuracy of Samuel's words to him. Just as with Jesus at the woman at the well, a timely prophetic word can be life-changing. God still ministers in this way.